A very good morning to my dear students. As we have started the chapter number 10, that is transportation of material. In this chapter, we have discussed about the basic of the circulatory system, the important parts of the circulatory system, that was heart. We discussed about the structure of the heart. Then we studied about the blood vessels. Blood vessels were of three types: arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries were the blood vessels that take blood away from the heart, whereas veins were the blood vessels that bring blood towards the heart from the different parts of the body. Whereas capillaries were the smallest blood vessels which join the arteries and the veins together. Today we will start a new topic, that is blood. Blood is also a part of a circulatory system also. It is a red colored fluid which flows inside our blood vessel, which are the tube-like channels in which the blood is flowing. Now we will see the various functions which the blood performs. As we all know, blood transports the digested food from the small intestine to all the parts of the body. Next, it carries oxygen from the lungs to the cells of the body. Next, it carries the waste product for the removal of the body. All these functions are performed by the blood vessel. Even it protects the body against the infection by destroying the germs. Some blood vessels help in blood clotting also. So when you get a cut, an excessive blood loss is prevented. It helps in regulating the body temperature even. A blood consists of the following thing. A liquid part which is there, it is called as the plasma. And a number of cells of various kinds are present in the plasma that we will study. Plasma carries the carbon dioxide and many other substances. Basically, there are three types of blood cells present in the plasma. The first one is RBC, called as red blood cell. Second is WBC, called as white blood cell. And third are platelets. RBCs are the names as red in color. Because they are red, that's why they are named as RBC, red blood cells. Called as hemoglobin. The red pigment is because of the hemoglobin, which is a carrier of oxygen. It binds with oxygen and transports it to all the parts and cells of the body. WBC, which are called as the white blood cell, helps to fight against infection. They destroy the germs which have been entered in the body. So their function is to protect our body against the infection. Next is the platelets. Platelets help in clotting of the blood. These collect in the capillaries at the site of a wound and flow of blood by forming clots. Next topic is circulation of the blood. How the blood is circulated throughout a body. Here you can see the figure which shows the direction of the blood flows from the heart to the lungs and back to the heart. From heart only the blood is pumped to the rest of the body. Purified blood, which is called as oxygenated blood rich in oxygen, is received by the left auricle from the lungs. From the left auricle, it enters the left ventricle, which distribute the blood to the various organs and tissues of the bodies through the arteries. So arteries divide into two smaller capillaries in the body organs and tissues. Then the blood on the food and oxygen collects the carbon dioxide and waste material. This is impure deoxygenated blood, blood which is rich in carbon dioxide, is again collected by the capillaries, now flows into the veins. Veins carries the blood back to the heart and empty the blood into the right auricle. From here the blood is passed to the right ventricle, from where it is pumped to the lungs for the purification, so that it can be converted into the pure oxygenated blood. Now the oxygenated blood returns to the left auricle. Thus the circulation of the blood keeps on going on in the same manner. Next is heartbeat. We know that in adult human being, the heart pumps out the blood to the arteries about 70 times per minute. The rhythmic regular contraction and relaxation of the heart is called as the heartbeat. You feel your heartbeat by placing your hand on the left side of your chest. The heart starts beating long before the time of the birth and goes on beating till your death. The heartbeat goes up to 150 times a minute when a person is exercising or doing some muscular work. The heartbeat can be observed with the help of an instrument called stethoscope. The normal heartbeat of a man at rest is 65 to 75 per minute. In child, the heart beats 90 to 100 times per minute. A stethoscope amplifies the sound of the heartbeat so that it can be heard carefully. Now, a stethoscope consists of the three parts: a chest piece, which is sensitive to the heartbeat and is placed by the doctor on your chest. Next, it consists of two earpieces, which the doctor puts on his ears to hear the heartbeat. Then a connecting tube is there which joins the earpieces with the chest piece. We can keep the heart healthy by cutting the amount of the fat in the diet. Will help to keep the heart healthy. This can be achieved by eating less of meat, chips. Our next topic is excretion. When you eat a banana, you throw away the peel. The peel is what? It is a waste product and we eat the banana. Similarly, when a house is built, some material are always left over. The leftover materials are called as waste product. In the similar manner, living organisms also produce certain waste products. When they perform various life processes like respiration, nutrition, respiration produces carbon dioxide and water as waste product. Digestion of food produces both solid as well as the liquid waste. The waste products are often toxic and are not useful for the body. So they need to be removed from our body. So the process by which the waste products are removed from the body is called excretion. And the organ involved in the excretion is called as the excretory system or the genitourinary system, which we will be studying in detail, the excretory system of the human being. Whereas in a single cell organism like amoeba, hydra uses the process of diffusion for the waste removal. Plants have no specialized organ for this purpose. However, the complex animal like we human beings have an excretory system, which we will be studying in detail now. Excretory system in humans consists of the following organs. It consists of a pair of kidneys, ureters, urinary bladder and urethra. Kidneys are the bean shape located just above the waist. Each kidney consists of a large number of coil-like tubes which are called as nephron, which act as filters and filters the waste product from the blood which reach the kidney. Waste product dissolved in water from the liquid urine. The urine contains about 95% water and 2.5% urea and 2.5% other waste product. Then we see a narrow tube called ureter runs from the inner side of each kidney. The two ureters from the two kidneys are connected to a large sac which is called as a bladder. Urine passes from the kidneys through the two ureters into the bladder. From the bladder, urine passes to another muscular tube called as urethra, and it is finally thrown out through a urinary opening at the end of the urethra, and finally the waste products come out of our body.